Daily fantasy sports, DFS, can be a roller coaster, but cash games are where the smart money plays. In this week's review, I'll break down my Week 9 DFS cash lineup strategy, share my thought process, and reveal the results, both the wins and the lessons learned. But here's where it gets controversial. Not everyone agrees with my picks, and I'm here to explain why I stood by them, and why you might want to rethink your approach too. I dedicate about 60% of my weekly DFS action to cash games, which are contests where roughly half the participants win payouts. Think head-to-head, double-up, or 50-50 formats. My strategy? Load up on head-to-head matchups whenever possible and supplement with other cash games. I craft one cash lineup for DraftKings and another for FanDuel, tailoring each to the platform's nuances. Each week, I'll dissect my cash game lineups here, win or lose. Why? Because transparency matters, and understanding the why behind decisions is just as valuable as the results. This week's slate was a dream for cash games. Solid QB punts, high-value RBs, and a tight wide receiver pool that forced strategic decisions. Note, unless specified, the analysis below focuses on DraftKings. My must-plays. Kyle Monangai was a no-brainer. With DeAndre Swift and Rashawn Johnson sidelined, Monangai was the clear backfield leader. Plus, the Bengals ranked dead last in our defense versus position (DVP) metrics against running backs. Check out Establish the Run, stps.stps.run-NFL DVP, for details. At just $4,600, he was a steal, and these opportunities don't come often. Christian McCaffrey is the epitome of a cash game staple, priced under $9,000 with the second most rushing attempts and third most targets in the NFL. That's a lock. And this is the part most people miss. CMC's consistency makes him worth every penny, even in tougher matchups. Joe Flacco's shoulder sprain had everyone on edge, but after digging into reports, I was confident. The Bengals rested him Friday as a precaution, and he threw well on Thursday. With no game-time decision chatter, I couldn't fade Jamar Chase's 40+% target share in a home game against the Bears. But here's the controversial part. Some argue I should have hedged, but I trusted the reports, and Chase delivered. My want-to-plays. For QBs, I narrowed it down to Jackson Dart, $5,200, and Caleb Williams, $5,700. Our projections. See DraftKings projections, https://establishtheRun.com/DraftKings projections. Favored Williams by 0.9 points, but Dart's rushing upside and the 49ers' depleted defense made him the better value play. This is where it gets tricky. Do you prioritize projections or situational advantages? I went with Dart, but it's a debate worth having. At RB3, I debated between Tyrone Tracy, $5,100, and Trevion Henderson, $4,900. Tracy's 16.4 touches per game last season tipped the scales, but Henderson's talent was tempting. I hedged by playing Henderson on FanDuel, where he was $700 cheaper. Lesson? Always consider cross-platform value. For defense, I wanted the Chargers or Rams, but couldn't justify the cost. Instead, I punted with the Falcons' price, $2,500, over the Giants' $2,400. Drake May's high sack rate sealed the deal, but this is a controversial call. Some prefer the safer Giants. What's your take? At tight end, I could have gone several ways, but Juwan Johnson's consistent role made him the budget-friendly choice. This is a classic cash game move, save at TE to splurge elsewhere. But is it always the right call? Let's discuss in the comments. The toughest call? Puka Nacua, $8,500 versus Jawan Jennings, $4,300. Nakua's elite status is undeniable, but Jennings' value against the Giants' weak secondary was hard to ignore. I took the risk on Nacua, banking on volume even in a potential blowout. Was it the right move? You tell me. Week 9 results. DraftKings. Devin Singletary's unexpected workload made my Tracy pick look questionable, but the Falcons' DST saved the day. Overall, a solid lineup I'd replicate. FanDuel. Skipping Caleb Williams at $7,300 was a mistake, especially paired with Brian Thomas Jr., who underperformed. Lesson learned. Don't overthink value plays. Year-to-date results. DraftKings. Week 1, 111.32 points, 37.0% win rate. Week 2, 145.40 points, 76.5% win rate. Okay, 12. Week 9, 179.04 points. FanDuel. Week 1, 114.22 points, 92.3% win rate. Week 2, 119.00 points. Week 9, 120.2 points, 42.9% win rate. Win percentages exclude ties. Final thoughts. Cash gains are about consistency, but even the best strategies have room for debate. Did I make the right calls? Where would you have differed? Let's hash it out in the comments. I'm all ears.